Afternoon. Welcome to the March 25th meeting of the Murfreesboro Historic Zoning Commission. Seeing that we have a quorum, I'll call the meeting to order. Matthew, do we have any public comments today?
No, sir. Nobody signed up.
Okay, we want to approve the minutes of the February 18th meeting, splendidly run by Deborah Belcher, my vice chair. Can I have a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Ashley, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Backlund?
Aye.
Mr. Jakes?
Aye.
Mr. Panesi?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
Vice Chair Belcher?
Yes.
Chair Davis?
Yes. Okay, Matthew, would you introduce our first applicant under our new business portion?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Chairman Davis. Our first item today is located at 209 and 211 North University Street. It's an existing duplex. The property is located one lot to the north of the corner of East College and North University. And the subject property contains approximately 0.19 acres and is developed with a duplex. This duplex is a legally non-conforming structure and it's zoned RS8, single-family residential, and the Historic Zoning Overlay District and the City Core Overlay District. The colonial revival style house was constructed circa 1950. And there you can see an aerial photo of the property in question. And there is a street view looking at the property from North University. In February 2025, the owners of this property submitted and received administrative approval for maintenance of the existing structure to include repair and/or replacement of soffits and trim with the same solid wood material as existing, repair and paint windows, replace gutters, soffit vents, and roof vents with the same materials and products, general brick and mortar cleaning, paint all trim to match the existing BM cloud cover. Today, the applicant, Fletcher Holland, the contractor representing Ralph and Barbara Forsythe Harmon, is requesting review for 1, replacing the existing front door floodlights with decorative lamps, the addition of vinyl shutters to the front elevation, and the addition of a 12 by 18 storage shed in the rear of the home, not to be visible from the right-of-way. One addendum to this is that you'll notice that Ms. Kerr in her staff report denoted that this structure requires a building permit. Since the staff comments were written, Mr. Holland has corrected the size of the building. It's a 9 by 12, which is less than 120 square feet, which means that it does not require a building permit. So just to correct that, it no longer has been determined to require a building permit. That accessory structure is in the backyard, and staff has determined that its visibility is so minimal from the street that it is not one of the items that you will need to take up at this meeting. So we will be looking at just the front door floodlights with the decorative lamps, replacing the existing front door floodlights, and the addition of the vinyl shutters to the front elevation. So photographs of the home as it exists today, proposed associated project information, and photos of the areas of work are included in the agenda materials. And Mr. Holland is going to go over the proposed modifications to both the front door lamps and the vinyl shutters. And we'll be happy to answer any questions. I should say I'll do my best trying to answer questions. I am no Ms. Kerr.
Tell us who you are, Fletch.
Good afternoon. My name is Fletcher Holland. Thank you for having me. So with this duplex, 209 and 211, we really just have the two items on the front area, or the two front doors have existing floodlights as their front door lights, and the homeowners would like to replace them with a lantern. I hope that is okay.
And if the cable department could go to my screen.
Very good.
There you go. So, and then to try to dress up the front of the house as well, the second item is to add vinyl shutters, which would match the house next door, to bring a little bit more life and character to the house. And that is it for this address.
I think we'll do these one at a time.
Whatever you want, Mr. Chair.
That's appropriate, isn't it, Matthew?
Yes, sir, I believe so.
Discussion, first item then.
On the new lamps beside, or lights beside the doors that are replacing the floodlights, thank God you're doing that. I would just recommend to you that the fixture that you pick, that it doesn't have a glass bottom,
That's
to
great.
keep the bugs from just building up there, because nobody changes those out enough. And the shutters that you've got planned, are they, if they were operable, will they meet in the middle?
They would not.
They would not, so there'll be a gap if they were to close?
Yes, sir.
So they're not following the historical way of doing those?
They would not be.
Okay, okay.
I'd like to make a motion that we accept the lanterns on either side of the door.
Shutters too, or?
I'll second the motion to approve the lanterns.
Okay. All in favor? Ashley, would you call the roll, please? Sorry.
Mr. Backlund?
Aye.
Mr. Jakes?
Aye.
Mr. Panisi?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Vice Chair Belcher?
Aye.
Chair Davis?
Yes. Okay, discussion about the shutters.
Could we bring that photo back up of the proposed shutters on the elevation there?
Do you want to see the photograph of the house or the detail of the shutters?
Oh, thank you, Matthew. Yeah, actually, the house that showed the shutters. I take it that's a mock-up.
Yes, sir.
And these are to mimic the ones next door?
Yes, sir.
On the house to the,
To the left,
South.
on the
To the
corner.
left, yeah.
Yes, sir. 205, North University.
are there such things as decorative shutters that actually would appear to be functional? Have you ever seen such a thing?
You could add hardware to make it look like there's a hinge and maybe a dogged bracket at the bottom. That's
Yeah.
somewhat common, but
There's not enough room to make them wide enough.
that's right.
Yeah, it's not possible.
You also have the center set in the middle that it's two windows with one set,
Right.
so you kind of throw that off.
Feels like the addition is more in keeping with the colonial style to have some shutters.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, seems like an improvement to me. Any issue with the material?
The house was built in when was it built, the 50s?
I believe that is correct.
Tax card says so, but I really doubt it.
What do you think?
When do you think?
I would guess 30s or 40s. The Bell House next door was built in the teens, maybe as early as '08. The Bell brothers built a number of these duplexes around town. They were near the women's college there, which became Central High School later. I guess these were built while it was still the women's college, but doesn't really matter. Still pretty common style that we see around town. There are multiples of these.
What color, although we're not supposed to review color, what color are you planning?
Black is the,
Yeah, because like you get like a blue, it'll turn green because it fades. Would you be willing to put wood up instead of vinyl?
that's a client decision. That would be the thought there is you're matching the house next door. And you have a
Is the
significant
house
expense.
next door vinyl?
Yes, sir.
We're always concerned about opening the door to let anybody come through with everything else being vinyl, so.
Sure.
Mr. Backlund?
You asking me if I have a question? You
I
can
do.
see that I have one.
I'm asking
I just-
your opinion.
I think that, the notion of what's attractive now is obviously different from what was attractive when they were built. And that's purely a function of how we see things. I mean, we don't do turquoise refrigerators anymore, do we? So, or vinyl, you know, I'm not a big fan of vinyl shutters and shutters that are obviously not intended to function. But I will bend to the will of the board.
Okay, somebody want to make a motion?
Seeing as it's an improvement on the existing look and there are existing vinyl shutters next door, I would move to approve as submitted.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Ashley, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Backlund?
I suspect I'll be the only no.
Mr. Jakes?
Yes.
Mr. Panesi?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
No.
Vice Chair Belcher?
Yes.
Chair Davis?
Yes. I think the motion carried. Okay, next item. I don't want to move too fast now. Anybody?
You go right ahead.
So that motion, was that 4-2?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Matthew, we got another agenda item.
Yes, sir, I do. This is Mr. Holland representing the same client, the Forsythes, requesting review for replacement of an existing carport to an existing, at an existing single-family residence. And this is just to the south, one property to the south of the duplex that you just considered in the last application. This is a single-family home located at 205 North University Street at the northwest corner of University and College. See the location of the property on the screen in front of you. The property contains approximately 0.28 acres and is developed with a single-family home. The single-family home is also zoned RS8, same as the last one, and also historic zoning H1 and CCO, City Core Overlay District. The colonial revival-style house was constructed circa 1929, at least according to the tax records, Mr. Jakes, and is a contributing structure. In February 2025, the owners of this property submitted and received administrative approval for maintenance to the existing structure to include repair and/or replacement of soffits and trim with the same solid wood material as existing, repair and painting windows, replacing gutters, soffit vents, and roof vents with the same materials and products, general brick and mortar cleaning, and painting all trim to match the existing BM cloud cover. Today, Mr. Holland is requesting review to replace an existing drive-through carport. The carport will be 27 by 28 and constructed in the same location as the existing carport. So there's the front of the house. Once again, the duplex next door, and the home right across College Street facing North University. And there's a photograph of the existing carport that they wish to demolish and replace. The small enclosed room in the back would remain, but they would tear down the actual carport cover portion of the structure. And there is a plot plan of the location of the proposed carport. The applicant proposes the following. The primary material will be James Hardie smooth panel siding to match the existing side porch and sunroom, and you'll see the side porch is like right here. I think we have a photograph. There's on the right-hand side of the photo is the side of that side porch. You can see it a little bit there in that photograph as well. The trim material will be Miratech exterior trim. The brick water table will match the existing brick on the home. The K-style gutters and downspouts will match the home. The Timberline charcoal asphalt shingles will match the existing house's shingles. The lighting fixtures on the east elevation are Kickler decorative lighting. an existing weather vane to be reinstalled at the center of the new roof ridge, and the existing driveway will be resurfaced. It's currently asphalt, and it will be resurfaced with concrete. And so here are some elevations for the proposed carport. And there is a close-up of that existing sunroom. And we have some additional detailing as well. Be happy to go over those in more detail, or have Mr. Holland go over them as well.
Thank you. So as Mr. Plumley was talking about, that rear portion of the existing carport actually houses the pool equipment. And so as we tear this structure down that's coming down currently, it falling down on its own, we've got to maintain that space. And so that's meant by keeping that intact, keeping that pool operational with the new structure in similar size, going right back to it. The existing structure is not quite square to the driveway. We'll square that up a little bit better than the existing one from what we think was built in about the 60s, I think. But outside of that, just a traditional frame and paneling and trim to match the existing house. I believe I've pulled 9 different trim profiles off the old house that will marry into that are all custom pieces. Otherwise, I'd provide spec sheets on that, but that will match up and install into the new construction.
Discussion?
Is the footprint the same?
More or less, yes, sir. Because it's not quite, the existing structure is not quite straight, we'll square it up and make it more normal.
And when you say it's a drive-through or pull-through carport, does that mean there's an exit on the backside?
Yes, sir, just as it is now.
And, okay, so, and it goes out to the street from there
Yes,
as
sir.
well? Okay,
It has a shared drive
okay,
back in
I see,
the neighboring.
okay. And will both portions of the driveway be concrete then,
Yes,
the
sir.
back
That,
portion as well?
that is the intent. Obviously, there's a conversation between neighbors there, but yes, sir, there's a shared driveway. The property lines run right through the middle of it, and that's
Yeah.
the intent.
Okay.
Matthew, would you go back to those elevations?
Yes, sir.
Commissioner Thompson, how do they look to you?
Is that the same sconce that's going to be on the house structure next door?
Yes, sir.
Notice it looks like it has a compact fluorescent bulb in there.
Right.
I would caution not to get like a bright white or daylight bulb. I would get like a warm white because it's just going to be,
We typically lean toward a 3000 K.
yeah, it just gets too bright. It's just not natural looking.
Sure. One thing that is hard to see in these elevations because of the paneling, if you don't mind, go back to that image there. It is currently the existing structure is a semi-solid panel. You can't necessarily see the vehicles behind it. We're going to mimic that same approach there, only make it a little bit more solid with the same panel trim, panel look. So looking at those elevations, that is exactly what you're seeing there. You're not going to be able to see the vehicles behind, if that makes sense.
I take it the roof pitch will be similar to the house.
It is currently at about a 6. We're going to actually try to get it as small as we can. They have a very good sight out of their second floor windows that looks directly at the courthouse. And so the goal is to keep that down, but still have appropriate watershed. But that is the goal.
Okay.
Will that low slope roof though meet the requirements of the shingle manufacturer?
It will. We won't get close to 3.
Yeah, please.
For sure. Yeah, currently the existing roof slope does not work.
When you talked about the paint color, it looks like it's sort of in a way, a board and batten face on it. Is it all going to be painted the same color?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The ceiling on the inside is a V-groove material, similar to what we see in the area. They may elect to paint that light blue or white, but to be determined.
Everybody loves that paint blue.
Any further discussion? Commissioner Panesi, you, anything?
Questions, looks good.
Yeah, I think it does too.
It's going to look great.
Okay, I'll ask for a motion
I'll make a motion.
to approve it
Mhm.
as presented. Second.
Second.
Ashley, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Backlund?
Aye.
Mr. Jakes?
Aye.
Mr. Panesi?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Vice Chair Belcher?
Aye.
Chair Davis?
Yes. And finally, we have one more new business item. Don't we, Matthew?
We do. Mr. Holland's been very busy lately. So he is representing Greg and Anna Stewart. He's requesting review for the addition of a covered patio at an existing single-family residence. You can see the aerial photo on the screen in front of you. It's at the northwest corner of East Main Street and Cherry Lane. It contains approximately 0.61 acres and is developed with a single-family home. It's zoned RS-15, single-family residential, as well as historic zoning overlay and city core overlay districts. The colonial revival-style house, according to the tax records, was constructed circa 1948. And there is a view looking at the house from East Main Street. The applicant, Mr. Holland, representing the Stewarts, are requesting for the commission to review a 23 by 21 covered patio addition to the rear of the house. The covered patio will be constructed in the same location as the existing uncovered patio. It's located between the existing carport and the existing home, and only a portion of the covered patio will be visible from the Cherry Lane right-of-way, and all finishes will match the materials consistent with the existing home. So here are a couple of the surrounding homes on East Main Street. And if you look in that gap right there from Cherry Lane, in between the existing carport to the right and the home to the left, is where that covered patio will be located.
Okay, questions?
Just a couple more items. Sorry, I was paging down. So some details regarding the application are that the Cooper gutter 5-inch half-round and 3-inch downspouts are proposed to match the house and existing carport. The brick will match the existing brick on the home and the carport. The roof will be flat with black TPO. The outdoor accessory patio fan is a 52-inch oil-rubbed bronze, and there will be an outdoor fireplace installed, but it will not be visible from the public right-of-way. And Mr. Holland is here to go into greater detail on the application.
Thank you. This rear patio is existing, was put in the late 90s. I believe it is a mixture of Indiana limestone and a blue crab orchard stone. There's an existing fountain in the back behind the carport that we will be removing and ultimately replacing that same space with a chimney, a wood-burning, non-gas fireplace. It'll be a flat roof just like the two side structures on either side of the house to mimic that, and we're going to incorporate, you're on the same picture I'm on, that column detail is the match of the carport that is off Cherry Lane. So bring some of that detail back to the back, open up the backyard a little bit more. A coffered ceiling, as you can see in this detail here. Again, big roof ceiling material, likely a blue ceiling, and trimmed out to match the rest of the house.
Discussion?
Looks really nice.
Based on the roof slope of the structure adjacent, here's the chimney. You know about the 10-foot rule,
Yes, sir.
and then it's either 30 inches or I always do 3 feet because I
That's
never
right.
can remember.
You're right. We're,
Since it's wood burning, you've got to be able to draw on that.
that's right.
Yeah. That's why it's intended.
For sure, yeah, and we're actually a little bit further away than that to keep that intact. It is it'll be a TPO roof that is built up and shedding water to the drain system to catch that roof system off of the carport as well, and of course crickets built up around the chimney to flash that.
Looks really good. Do we have any further discussion?
I'll just add that this is truly barely visible from Cherry Lane, in addition to looking great. Seems pretty easy.
Yep. Looks sharp.
Okay, motion to approve as presented.
I move to approve as presented.
Second.
Second.
Ashley, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Backlund?
Aye.
Mr. Jakes?
Aye.
Mr. Panessy?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Vice Chair Belcher?
Aye.
Chair Davis?
Yes. Is that it on the new business then, Matthew?
Yes, sir, and
Staff reports?
the staff reports and other business. I wasn't planning on going over these with you. These are just the items
Thank you,
that,
Mr. Holland, I appreciate it. One thing I want to say, he does a lot of work downtown, and I would encourage you to continue to suggest to your clients that they maintain the highest level of historic integrity. I know from personal experience that you do.
Thank you.
And I understand sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But thank you.
those last two items are just Amelia bringing those to y'all to keep y'all apprised of what she has approved administratively. So wasn't planning on going over them. That's more for informational purposes to let y'all know what she's been working on.
I think this is appropriate for administrative on these. Okay, do I have anything, am I missing anything, Matthew? Do I have a motion to adjourn?
No, sir, I don't believe you're missing anything.
I want to say you did an excellent job filling in for Amelia today.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're a natural. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Have a second?
A second.
Ashley, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Backlund?
Aye.
Mr. Jakes?
Aye.
Mr. Panessy?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Vice Chair Belcher?
Aye.
Chair Davis?
Yes. We stand adjourned.